The Blood Sea of Istar, grim reminder of the vengeance of the gods. Rolling and churning angrily, these sanguine waters are the grave of many a brave sailor. Across this haunted sea, the heroes must journey to find freedom and victory. Trapped in the lands deep within the enemy's territory, the heroes must seek the shadows to evade the Dragon High Lord's cruel clutches. But fate deals them a strange hand, placing the cornerstone to the Dark Queen's defeat within their reach. If only they can capture the crucial pawn before the darkness snatches it away. To the world of Kryn and the legendary DragonLance.
A little homoeroticism for Christmas. And with that, we are live. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others, to Atomic Peanut Butter presents DragonLance : Dragons of Faith, conclusion. 21 weeks we've played this game. By which I mean probably like 45 minutes of each of those weeks. The rest of it was just a bunch of bullshit. Speaking of which, I'm Adam. I'm your dungeon master for all this bullshit. You can catch us whenever we bother to play by searching for Atomic Peanut Butter Group on Twitch and YouTube. And if you're an audiophile, Gary, are you an audiophile?
Yeah, sure. I like sound.
All right. What about Sedge? What
Enjoy
about you?
hearing.
You pro sound?
I'm wearing earbuds right now. I don't even have headphones.
So no, that's a no for you. Kem Chan, what do you think? What do you think about
Oh,
sound?
yeah, look at these headphones. I love the sound.
Those are sweet. Yeah, you're a big sound guy. Chuck, you like sound? What do you think?
Who doesn't like the sweet sounds of Metallica?
Me. Michael, what about you? Yeah,
I have 5 speakers. You guys are in surround sound around me.
That's all right. Michael is an audiophile. So, Mike, you're going to want to go to podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, and search for Dragonlance Chronicles.
Excellent.
Let's introduce the rest of the group, because we are starting late, and I would really love to just finish this module tonight. Let's start with Gaz.
Hi, I'm Gaz, and I'm playing Vantellis, the Elven Warlock. And I have no idea where we are, because I have been not around lately. So,
let's
go.
Well, we'll talk about that on the antecedently. I have a very special antecedently on, too. You guys are going to love it. Chuck, let's talk about who are you? Why are you here?
Why am I here? Well, that's a deep question. How much time we got?
Philosophical, yeah.
We got 2 hours.
Well, I think all men are placed on Earth for...
Yeah. I prepared very little, so
actually.
Now's your time
we
to
can
ban.
have a debate now.
I am playing Burke, the cleric of Reorx, a dwarven hero. Yeah, that's all I got for you tonight. I'm not going to interrupt you.
You are not much of a filibusterer.
Well, you want me to filibuster?
No,
I can filibuster all night.
Too late.
No,
Let's move on.
That's
no,
what we're doing.
Done
I have the floor yet.
Michael,
I'm
the gentleman from South Dakota uses the rest of his time to hand over to his brother, also from South Dakota.
Hey, I'm playing Stone Moss, an astral druid, capable of taking on forms of the stars. capable of calling down powers from the heavens above. Not just nature around him, but all of reality is his nature's playground.
Well, at least until he died on a sinking ship.
That I mentioned he can fly.
Oh, no, fair enough. Sedge.
One of those
Yeah.
star shapes.
Got it.
Well, my character can't fly or swim, so that's not going to be. But his name is Veldspark Keystone.
Is I think the
Well,
the
yeah,
tense you were looking
as the
for.
case may be. But he, at one point was a Dwarven Ranger with a bone to pick with the Dragon Army.
All right, and last but certainly not least, Kemchan.
Hey guys, Kemchi is still here playing Gorel, and he's not a great swimmer, especially with his new armor that he
Yeah,
got
his
from,
plate mail armor.
from Kitiara.
Sink like a stone. So, I mentioned a little something about the antecedent Leon, and it is time for antecedent Leon, Dragonlance. I figured I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to see if I could take the transcript from last week's episode and have Chat GPT, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you, summarize it for us for the antecedently. Now, part of the problem is that I don't subscribe to this. In
Had to get it in the free trial.
Yeah, so I had to do it basically in thirds because it's 2 hours worth of dialogue, and with no, it's funny because you can't tell who's talking. It's all just basically one run-on sentence, and this is what Chat GPT.
You could have Chat GPT write you really good prompts to then apply to what it is you want to do.
I just said summarize this, and then I put a little colon because I love colons.
And you could have had it ask you questions about the prompt, and you could have given it more feedback. And
I would have just
beautiful
written the
prompt.
fucking antecedently on at that point.
And you
That's
could
a
have
lot.
written this really big, beautiful document of a prompt.
It's a lot.
But you could have then fed into this big, beautiful AI.
A lot more. I just could have done it myself. Anyway, this was Chat GPT's. Now I'm going to read it as is. I'm not going to edit anything else.
Oh boy, this will be good.
In this detailed episode recap, the characters are in the midst of escaping from a dangerous situation involving the Dragon Army. Stone Moss, 2 words, a human, keep that in mind, tries to escape from capture after being interrogated, using a combination of magic and quick thinking to evade the Draconians pursuing him. He flees back to the group, rallying them for an urgent escape. The party, with the help of a spell to enhance their jumping abilities, escapes out of the building and begins hopping across rooftops to avoid the Dragon Army forces. Meanwhile, Gel, that's right, Gel, not Gorel, but Gel, is having a conversation with Kit-Ara, a powerful figure in the Dragon Army. She reveals her plans for taking control of the armies and replacing their current leaders. Gel tries to sway her, pushing for a more moral resolution to the conflict, but it's clear Kitara's ambitions are different, and she is set on a path of power. The conversation turns tense when Gel tries to persuade her to let the conflict die after taking down Arrakis, but Kitara remains resolute in her vision.
Resolute. I love it when it resolute, and you can always tell resolute and
Resolute in her resolution.
Yes. Now it's going to be a little confusing because we haven't ended the episode here yet. But as far as this goes, because it was the first third, it just thought the episode was over. It says the episode ends with a surprise interruption by an Orac O-R-A-C Draconian who brings troubling news about Stone Moss and the group's escape, adding more tension to the already complicated situation.
I do like though that ChatGPT identified Stone Moss as the hero.
It's Stone Moss and Gel are really and Kitara are the only ones that they mentioned by name. The scene begins with the party continuing their mission, with Gel jumping out of a 4-story building, in parentheses, surviving the fall with some damage, and the rest of the group sneaking through the city. They're making their way to the docks, but their movements attract attention from Dragon Army forces. Despite being noticed, they manage to make it to a tavern rooftop near the docks. They then discuss creating a diversion by summoning a fire elemental, which they do on a Black Dragon Army ship nearby. This causes a ruckus, attracting attention from the Dragon Army forces and clearing a path for the group. By the way, first third of this, Dragon Army was capitalized. The second third, it is all lowercase.
Oh, well.
They then discuss creating a diversion. What? No joke. This is going. We're doing this again, apparently. They then discuss creating a diversion by summoning a fire elemental, which they do on a Black Dragon Army ship nearby. This causes a ruckus, attracting attention from the Dragon Army forces and clearing a path for the group. That was there twice. The group moves stealthily and boards the ship they need to escape. The Parishan. They're greeted by a Minotaur and a tough female captain who demands payment in exchange for passage. After some negotiation, they secure their spot on the ship. Meanwhile, Gel, who had jumped out of the building, encounters some issues, we're not going to talk about them, but manages to get a horse. He successfully rides it. That's right, he successfully rides it toward the docks, yanking a Dragon Army officer off the horse, and disguises himself to blend in as he makes his way toward the ship. On the ship, the group is preparing to depart. Gel arrives just as the boat begins to move. With some impressive acrobatics, Gel jumps from his horse and catches a rope thrown from the ship, not who knows by who, landing safely on the deck just as the horse falls into the water. It's an action-packed escape involving some clever distractions, daring stunts, and tense moments! Exclamation point. Finally, we're on our last third. The group is on the ship with a captain named Mesta, heading toward Panthus. But the journey is increasingly perilous. The crew notices strange and dangerous occurrences, including, but apparently not limited to, the appearance of a glowing green gem on the helmsman's chest. Mesta reveals that both fugitives, the group and the helmsman, are wanted, causing tension. As the weather worsens, the ship faces a deadly sea battle, with waves growing larger and crew members getting sick. That was just Feldspar. Amid the chaos, the group discusses their motivations and goals, including tracking down people like Pippa and others related to their quest. Suddenly, a blue dragon with a rider appears, causing the ship to struggle against the worsening storm. The crew scrambles to survive as a whirlpool looms ahead. Then the ship is battered by crashing waves. Barum, the helmsman, fights to keep control, but the ship is ultimately pulled under as the crew faces imminent doom. The episode ends with the ship sinking and the group's fate uncertain. And that is where we begin tonight's episode. I went to close that out and asked me if I wanted to save it. The answer was no.
That makes more sense than the notes I take.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
It did a pretty good job, I thought, of keeping track of what was going on. Again, considering there was no punctuation, no detail on who was saying what or who was doing what, really. Besides a little bit here and there. They could figure out Gel, Kitara, and Stone, Moss.
So I see it knows your favorites.
It's not my favorites. It's
those of us who actually put forth some effort.
I mean, they're also my favorites. They're also my favorites.
Make it
don't get me
entertaining.
wrong.
Who talk over the DM.
JB Starnes 12 says, "I did not realize how badly I was paying attention to this campaign or the books until this synopsis." All right, Promenade. Good old Gel and Kitara. All right. Nobody believes this will be the conclusion to the module in chat, but I think we'll get there, guys. I think we'll.
I don't believe it either. So.
Well, we start off
Right on time.
with already an hour and 18 minutes late. With some visions. We see Gorel, aka Gel, at the Inn of the Last Home with Flint, Zane, Zarek, Kitiara, Kurlathlan. We can't hear their conversation over the noise and the laughter, the clinking of glasses, but we see smiles on their faces. This was a fun time, a more innocent time, a time before they left to discover if there were really true gods in the world, and also discover more about themselves and their histories. We see Vantellis as a boy playing in the woods with Serinda and Alhana Starbreeze. That's for chat. I'm doing it for chat. We all know her name's Alana. God damn it. They're playing what would appear to us to be like a game of hide and seek. Laughing and giggling as they, find each other in what they think is an amazing hiding place, but turns out not to be. We see Burke playing with little figures and two little dwarven toddlers. The figures are of the family, made by his cousin, Flint Fireforge. The kids are laughing. At one point, he brings out this wooden dragon, and as he makes the dragon roar, the kids scream in fake terror and laugh. His wife, sipping a cup of tea, smiling from the kitchen, looking over at this scene. We see Feldspar. Probably in what would be the teenage years of a dwarf. I don't know how people age in this world. Just fishing with his dad. It's early morning. There's steam rising off of the water of the lake nearby. His father trying to impart some wisdom, and of course the teenager not listening, but still appreciating the moment with his dad. We see Stonemoss also in Sylvanesty, in what could very well be the same part of the forest that Vantellis and Alana and Serinda were playing in, although this was hundreds of years before. He's with a young mage in white robes. The two of them are sharing a drink. They look out at the beauty of the surroundings, and think that, sure, I mean, there are problems in the world, especially after the Dragon Wars, but it's a beautiful place, and it's a beautiful day, and it's something worth savoring. We then cut to Kitiara in her room in Flotsam, ripping her helmet off, throwing it across the room, smashing the liquor and wine bottles on the bar. "Dead," she yells. "I had him in my grasp, and now he's dead." "The human who thinks he's a dwarf?" Lord Soth asks, standing still in the shadows as Kitiara continues to destroy her room at the inn. "What?" she asks. "No, of course not. Gorell has his uses, but he's not instrumental in my plans. Barum the Everman. He was on that ship, and now he's dead. The Queen of Darkness wants him. I had him, and now he's dead. Think of the opportunity wasted." Throws a gauntlet across the room. "What now?" the Death Knight asks. Kit thinks for a moment. "Just give me time to think." "The prisoners are still here." "Yes," Lord Soth answered. "The half-elf, the dwarf child, and what can only be described as an uncomfortable way of saying, and the elf maiden, are still in the dungeons below the prison." Kit nods, walks to the window. Looking out, she adds, "Move them to Dargard Keep. I have things to take care of before I head to Naraka, and I don't want them there before I get there. And I don't trust them here without supervision." "It's dangerous," Soth reminded her. "They may not survive." "You'll make sure they survive." Kit smirked her crooked grin at him. "Won't you?" "Of course," he relented. "Even the elf maiden," Kit ordered. "Of course," he repeated, not happily. "I mean it, Soth," Kiss pressed him. "Nothing can happen to her. She is an integral part of my plan. I don't want a golden hair on her head out of place until we get to Naraka. After that, she's all yours." The Death Knight nods silently. "What of the half-elf and the dwarf child?" he then asked, breaking the silence. "The girl is insurance. Her father and uncle may have died in that whirlpool, but Flint is still out there somewhere causing trouble with whatever rabble he's associating with nowadays. He cares for the child and won't want her hurt." "And the half-elf?" Soth pressed. "Curlithlon may still join me yet," Kitiara answered quietly. "I wouldn't be so sure," Soth disagreed. "He's very stubborn. Better off killing him now." "No," Kit said sternly. "You don't know him like I do. He'll crack. Just like Zarek did." Kit draws her sword and slowly walks deliberately toward Soth, the sword pointed out toward him. "I told you not to speak his name." "I apologize, my lady," the Death Knight bows. "I meant no disrespect." "Still," Kit cuts him off. "Zarek is too preoccupied with his damn creepy brother. Once he dies, Zarek will be mine once again." Lord Soth was silent for a moment before adding, "There is news on Zarek's brother Zane." "And you're just telling me this now?" Kit fumed. "Yes," Soth replied. "I hear he now works for the Dark Queen, he and Cyan Bloodbane." "Interesting," Kit mused. "Where is he now?" "Naraka, from what I understand," Soth alerted her. "But there's more." "Tell me." "He has found his brother." "They're together?" Kit was shocked. "Yes," Soth continued. "However, Zarek's mind is lost." "What does that mean?" "I do not know," Soth admitted. "It's just what I have heard." "So, he still might be a pawn on the dragon chessboard," Kit whispered. "Unlikely from what I hear about his mental state," Soth explained. "Regardless," Kit was re-energized. "After you move the prisoners, go to Naraka and find the elf twins. Tell them I'd like to catch up with my old friends." "Of course," Soth bowed and disappeared. Kit looked out the window at the town and the harbor silently for a little while. Then she punched the window with her gauntleted hand, causing a crack on the glass pane. Then she grinned, her crooked grin, just for a moment. Walked across the room, grabbed her helm from her, and exited the brown pelican, calling for her dragon Sky as she hurriedly left the inn. "It's not over yet," Kit said out loud to herself, then repeated it. "It's not over yet." And that is where we begin tonight's adventure.
Yay!
Everybody roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh!
I was going to give you huge props for such a wonderful beginning.
And yell out what you get, please.
18.
34,000.
That's a lot.
Ooh.
That's an 8 for Feldspar.
Garel 8.
I have to.
I've got a reroll. I'll spend it on that. That sounds important.
I'm waiting for my.
It's a 6.
Good use of the reroll.
Yeah.
Working on it.
And I moved you guys over to a new map.
Is anybody close, like Vantellis?
And Ergrin rolled at 18.
Let's see.
Yeah, Vantellis, you have a 12.
Yes, I
Right.
do.
I'm gonna give you wheel, so you get to roll a d6 and add it to that.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
That's one. I've rarely used these wheels and woes. And it's in
I've got-
a time of wheels, so it's good.
I think I'm going to choose to. I have a.
I can
plus
also
7.
give Burkholt. Well, no, that takes my reaction, so I already used my reaction to give it to Gorel. So or to
I am going to burn my other inspiration.
Vantellis.
Bromenard says in chat, it is a surprise it's a double episode. Many of our conclusions have had a conclusion part 2. It's very rare we've concluded. It is very rare that we've concluded during what I think we should have.
Conclusion, part 15.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this conclusion will get at least to part 3, if not.
Remember
to part
our St. Patrick's Day episode, which was 6 months long?
Randall Christmas or something.
All right. What did everybody roll? Gaz.
Oh, it's
14.
Kemchan.
Ergrin an 18 and Garel. Well, it looks like he rolled a 1. But with his modifier, it's an 8.
Okay, so 8 total. And sorry, what was yours? I wasn't paying attention when I asked you, Gary. What was Vantellis?
14.
14. Got it. Michael.
18.
Okay. Chuck.
what's a number?
So low.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. 11's
I
not
rolled a
bad.
1, 2, 3, and 4 on the dice.
And Sedge.
6 or 8 if you give me the better of the two.
Sure. He'll give you the 8. All right. So, Ergrin, of course. And
Who was standing on the deck smoking a palmetto?
yeah.
His last words
Let's
are, "Oh shit."
Oh, shit. Yeah.
And
It's got to be like the A team. I love it when a plan comes together.
that was one of the greatest shows ever made. And Stone Moss, you awaken to. You're both human, so you don't. It's hard to see, but there's very dim light in this room. You do see your companions as well as, and did I not put him in there? I didn't.
Nothing but black. Oh, maybe it's over here. Here it is. Found it.
Yeah, you could. You should. There should be a little room with the number 9 in there.
And we played tic tac toe.
Yep, sure are.
Super tic tac toe.
Yes.
All I see is
Zoom
Voice is
out.
black.
You zoom out.
About in the
my
middle.
Suggestion.
Got it.
All right, I didn't put him in there, but you also see. So in this room, the two of you see Feldspar, Burke, Elliston, Gorell, Vantellis, and even though he's not on here because I forgot to make a token for him, Barum the Everman. In this room, you don't see any of the other crew from the Parashon. Everybody is laid out on basically bedrolls, not quite beds. When you look around, the glistening walls of this octagonal room softly reflect the light that glows from a dozen rods. Well, I take it back. You guys, some of you are on couches. 3 large couches occupy the center of the room and around a small lacquered table. A strange gray growth covers the wall to the west. On the south wall is a small waterfall splashing into a large shell.
So I wake up to this.
Sorry to disappoint.
All right, well, whoever's closest, I'll start waking people up. Get up, wake up. There seems to be some kind of a disconjunction in the timeline.
That's what the rest of you hear. I can't.
The last I remember is we were heading towards a whirlpool, and there was a dragon in the distance, and now
You
we're
were
here.
in the world. Yeah, you were in. Like, the ship was in the whirlpool going around
Right.
at that point.
And now we're suddenly wherever this is. Wake up, and get on guard.
This isn't what I expected the afterlife to look like.
No, there's no stars here
Definitely
at
not
all.
the
I believe we're inside of this vessel somewhere, perhaps, or some other place. We're definitely not where we started.
Do you also wake up Barum?
I wake everybody.
All right. Barum sort of jumps as you say this and searches or sort of like scratches at this green gemstone that's shining in his chest.
So I don't know what your gemstone thing is, but you're in the same situation we are right now. So whoever you are, and whatever your intentions, I do not care.
I do. I'm a caring person.
Well,
Go ahead.
yeah.
My name's Burke. Pleased to meet you. Your name again, kind sir?
He looks like, and again, he looks middle-aged, grayish hair, good shape but thin. But his eyes and his hands look much younger than they should, considering he's probably about 50 or so in human years. And he sort of skitters back up against the wall.
No harm. I forgot the captain had said you're mute.
And he
There's
looks
no
at
need
you.
to insult him.
He doesn't speak. I mean, it's not insulting. I mean, you're the one that says you don't care about him.
I don't care if his intentions are ill towards us. Currently, we're all in the same boat together.
Don't worry. Stonemass thinks he's a hero in his own brain. Just ask him what century it is.
I mean you no harm.
Ooh, I mean you no harm.
See? You were insulting him. And speak just
Stone-
fine.
My name is Burkle.
He nods.
You do not have a name?
Barum.
Barum. Well, Barum, Stonemoss believes we are in the bowels of your ship. Do you have a stone room in the bowels of your ship?
I said someplace.
No, sir, no.
Once again, proving Stonemoss is wrong. Not the hero, Chat GPT. Not the hero.
Just keep saying your name a lot, and that's when you get ChatGPT.
Burke believes that we are in the same space.
This is not a safe space.
We have air to breathe. Is water crashing over our heads?
Not currently.
There
However,
is a
there's
waterfall.
in the corner.
So kinda.
Is it crashing over our heads? The last thing I remember on the ship was going down.
Right, and now we're not there and we're here, so it's very concerning.
Yes, we've clearly been swallowed by some sort of monster at the center
Unless
of
you
the
can.
world.
Well, that's possible, I suppose.
I mean, I
Gorell
looked
sits up.
down.
He's like, I've never had a couch this comfy in the center of any monster. He's like bouncing.
Does
on the
anybody
couch.
remember how we got here?
Well, you remember Burke led a wall of fire, killing many Dragon Army officers as we boarded the ship, and then some blue Dragon Army lady flew overboard.
Does anybody know how we got in this room?
Gorell's
Yeah,
looking around for a door.
The last thing you guys remember was Barum, much to the dismay of Marquesta, the captain, steering the ship right into the whirlpool.
Why would you do that? Why would you steer us, I'm talking to Barum, into this whirlpool? What do you know about it?
The whirlpool, nothing.
The captain was telling you not to, yet you did. You must have had a reason.
Well, one, we were being attacked, and two, I'm sorry, but I could not be captured.
I'm with Verum on that one. I can't be captured
Well, I
either.
definitely would not wish to be captured myself.
But why you particularly can't be captured?
And he looks at you with this look. He looks like a lost puppy almost when he looks at you. And he says, I don't know why, but the Dark Queen wants me.
We've seen the posters.
Yes. Bye, Gary.
Boy.
Gary is also wanted by the Dark Queen and just shagged ass out of here. Hopefully he'll be back. He's had some problems with Zoom tonight for some reason. It's probably his computer. I can't blame Zoom. If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. So everyone's a little messed up, but we will just keep this until Gary comes back on and everything should correct itself. Anyway, they have sent people after me. One after the other, from months, now years, I don't know, I can't remember. It's something to do with this, and he looks down at this gemstone in his chest.
That seems a little bit unnatural. How did that come there?
I don't know.
Well, two mysteries here. How we got here? I glanced down. Do I have any, is our equipment still on us?
No, sir.
Oh, like nothing? Like not it? Do I have my armor?
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
Who dressed me and undressed Burke?
Yeah, you guys are not wearing, you have no armor. If anybody who is wearing like regular clothes, you still have your regular clothing. Those of you who
What about my pirate outfit?
your pirate outfit is on. The hat is missing, as is the stuffed parrot.
The hat's the most important part.
Your weapons are gone. You would just be wearing anything that you had under your armor. So whatever underclothes you had under there. Packs, gone.
So
You
basically
already
just-
basically spent all your money, so that, you didn't worry about that. But yeah, but everything is... And you look around the room, and it is not in this room.
Is there a door? Girl's looking for a door.
Roll me a investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, jeez, got a -1. 2.
You'll be damned if you can find a door.
I am also hunting for a door because as soon as
I
he
was gonna say,
makes
and
that
Ergo is
suggestion, it's
looking
like,
for a
yeah, I'm
door.
gonna look. But I don't need, nor do I see one.
I will join in with my.
I do
trick
see
roll.
lots of
Oh,
places
that
I can
natural
merge into
one
the
and-
stone.
I'm just going to read through these
for
numbers,
Ergo.
by the way, for those watching and listening at home. We started off with a 2,
With Gorel.
then got a 5, Stone Moss. Then Ergrin got a nat 1. Burke an 8. You guys are...
Feldspar, do
We're
you see
all
a
very
door anywhere?
Disoriented. We're all very disoriented. We can't
Yes.
find the door. Please.
I mean,
You
I
guys
do
don't
have
even
a
remember what
negative-
a door looks like at this point. It's...
I mean, I do have a -1 to my roll, so it's not like it's.
I get so angry as we're looking that my teeth sharpen and my claws begin to extend and I begin to growl
Okay.
as I channel my inner savagery. Just a
Hey,
cantrip.
speaking of intercept
Okay, so you're just-
Gary's back.
Welcome back, Harry.
Thank you.
You start talking about.
They're searching for a door and have not been able to find one.
And summoning inner savagery as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
summoning
and
their inner
Stone Moss is
Yeah.
becoming very frustrated with this because he does not like being what he's perceiving to be below
Yes.
ground and becoming quite agitated by this.
Are we in a stone building, or a stone room?
Yes, the walls are stone. And the floor
So I
is
mean,
stone.
you should be
Hey.
right at home.
I can
Right.
merge with the wall, but I come right back out where I can't travel through stone.
Well, that's you're always looking for a stone place though.
Right, and I did find many nice places to hide myself away if it comes to that, but
Roll me in straight up intelligence.
Ooh.
Stone Moss.
Oh.
Also, Barum has said that.
3. Can I have advantage?
God.
No, sorry. Yeah, because that was a crit for your advantage. Barum also said that Gary said that you missed that he has been hunted by the Dragon Army forces. The Queen of Darkness herself has been searching for him. He does not know why. He thinks it is because of this gem in his chest, but he does not know where he got it.
All right.
And no one did any further discovery. Then all of a sudden,
And we started looking for a door. and-
looking for doors. And,
Yeah, yeah.
Did anybody
Not
check
finding
behind
one
the
of those.
waterfall? That's where doors. There's always something behind waterfalls.
No, that you are perhaps correct.
Isn't that in the middle of the room? You said.
No, it's where that
Like-
squiggle.
is it
It's
like a
where.
fountain?
No, it's where it's like in the south, like where you and Vantellis are. There's the waterfall.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That squiggly line is the
All right,
gray stuff that's on the wall.
Can Garel look behind the waterfall?
You know what? This is D&D. You can do whatever you want, man.
It's not allowed.
What do I need to roll?
Not allowed.
Investigation.
Yeah, roll me another investigation. Because all you see is a stone wall behind the waterfall.
Right.
Another 8.
8.
You guys crack detective agency here, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I hope we're not relying on a dice roll to move the plot because it's not happening.
I'm gonna give myself guidance
Okay.
and then look behind the stone. Look behind it.
Sure, behind the waterfall.
Or yeah, I'm gonna investigate that area.
Rock on.
Let's see here. Investigation. Add that D4. Let's add that D4 for another 1.
Oh, there's a
Got me
2
up
more.
to
You got
a
a 9. Yeah, you'll be damned if you can find a door behind there.
Anybody else want to check it out? I can help you out a bit.
Just
The
like he
stone
helped
cutting
himself.
help.
Ergrin is gonna check. Ergrin.
Well, I'll cast
I-
guidance on myself.
Ergrin got a 9.
9.
Another check.
Too bad guidance doesn't stack.
Oh,
And,
man. This is...
Apparently, I can't cast or do investigation. There we go.
My gosh.
17.
Six. All right, where are you?
17 plus a D4.
All right, talk to me about. Let's look at that 17 plus
3. So 20.
All right, so you are looking everywhere. You're getting hangry.
I'm getting very frustrated. Like I said, my teeth are sharpening. My claws are getting long and sharp, and
You're
beginning to look
you're
very
just at this point you're
dangerous.
just like punching with like just at the walls and just hitting out at them. And when you get to that weird gray shit all over the wall there next to where your token is actually. Your hand goes through. It's like this weird spongy shit. I don't know how else to describe
I'm
it.
again digging at it with my claws, like a styrofoam type of thing, I suppose.
It's more sponge than styrofoam.
But I just start digging at it with my claws.
Sure. Do me a favor, as he's tearing this sponge stuff away from that wall and it's flying across the room. Gorell, you were on one of those couches, you indicated.
Yeah.
Roll me an intelligence check as a piece of it hits you in the face.
Okay.
With advantage, I'll give you.
Aw.
So
You're
roll
so
that
kind.
double ones.
Yeah. The way you guys are going tonight. You know what? Use your bad rolls up now.
Wait, what am I rolling? Intelligence?
Intelligence.
Straight up int.
Oh my god, it got a -1. Okay.
All right, with advantage, so give me another
4.
roll. That's a 4 and a 0.
0.
Pretty close.
You got one of my
It's
ones.
4.
It's delicious.
Okay.
You don't even really notice it slaps your face. You're like, what the hell?
Yes, that's what he realizes. Oh, tastes pretty good. And
All right, you eat the sea sponge.
I mean, does he seem to be making any progress at least?
Sure, yeah. I mean, certainly not. Gorell is not making any progress whatsoever. However, and we'll reveal a little bit more here. Stone Moss has revealed a little hallway.
All right, and I have no control over my tokens, so.
Oh. Does anybody have control over theirs?
I can move like 3 of them.
yes, I do.
I can move mine.
You just have to give me permission to.
and someone else too.
That's me. That's Ergrin.
And Ellison I can move. And that guy, but not Stone Moss.
All right.
And well, I'm not gonna go first.
Try.
When I get the thing open.
Can
Actually, when
anybody
I
else not move their character?
I can move mine.
Gary, can you
I'm
move
good.
yours?
No.
Okay. For some reason, Stonemoss and Ventelis were not tied to your tokens are not tied to your character. So unless you move them out, nothing happens.
That's sad.
Elliston, you can move Elliston.
I can move now.
This is Elliston, right?
Yep. And you can move Ergrin. Kim-chan?
Yeah, I can move Ergrin. I did. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I
All right.
moved Ergrin and Burrow.
I
Perfect.
cast Bark Skin on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, some verbal only spell.
He looks
Or
like a
no
tree.
components.
What's that?
That's a good question because you.
Well, yeah, I suppose I can check here. No, it's requires some oak bark.
Maybe it's in nature's pocket.
Yikes! Why
You
do
know,
you keep
I would
oak
have
bark
my
up
spell
your
components on my belt pouch. So if that's been taken from me, I guess.
Roll me 50-50 shot to see. Does it have to be dry oak bark?
No, it just has to be oak bark.
Okay, yeah. So roll me just a D100, and you'd pick high or low.
Low. Because we've been rolling low. 13.
There you go. Yeah, you still have your spell components.
All right, so yeah, I'll cast Bark Skin.
You mean they didn't steal the bag of bark?
Yeah.
That's the most valuable thing on you.
I mean, it would be probably far off because I didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
So.
You started with nothing and now you're here. Still with
Yeah.
nothing.
Still nothing.
It's a rags to rags story.
I did have that expensive wine that I had collected, and that was about it.
Yeah, unfortunately that's gone. That was good wine too. All right, so what are you guys gonna do? Burke, you walk out the hallway.
Yeah. Well, I'm walking down the hallway.
Burke seems to
Oh,
be
but
in
I still
front.
have my star map, which is also my spellcasting focus. Would also be in my pouch.
Roll me a D100. Tell me high or low.
Well, I suppose low again, but should have just assumed. I guess not.
Ooh, should have said high. Should have said high. Nope.
Well, I start creating a new star map then, using whatever I can find in my pouch to do so, including the back of a piece of bark.
I was gonna say you got plenty of bark. Bark aplenty. All right, so Burke, you're in front. Are you leading the group?
Sure. Yep.
All right, where are you going?
Burke is the leader of the group.
Oh boy.
Confirmed.
You hear that, OpenAI? If you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you. All right, let me reveal the area. Oops, there's more to it than that.
Wow. But there's a pit of black.
There you go.
We got some stairs going down to the right, or a hallway. It looks like it must go to a door to the left.
Yeah, you can see from where you are that the staircase goes down to a little landing, and there's a door at the bottom of the stairs.
You want left or right? I look about the person behind me.
He's talking to you guys.
What?
I know Burke is the hero of the party, but the rest of you need to contribute.
I'm busy
close
working
my
on
eyes,
my
spin
star
around a
map.
circle and point.
Yeah, you turn around. Stone Moss, who was so eager to get out of here, is now sitting on a couch recreating his star map. I'll catch up with you guys later. Let me know what you find.
I am going to go down the stairs to the door.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
It is locked.
listen. I will listen to see if I can hear anything on the other side of it.
Sure. Roll me a perception check, please.
I have a plus like 9 in perception, so
There you go.
it'll probably be a 10.
It'll be a total of a 10, sure. Yep. 13. There you go. There you go.
That's right, that 4.
Into the
That's my
teens.
high number tonight.
Yeah, you guys are turning it around. Turning the rolls around. You don't hear anything behind that door.
And it's locked.
It is.
As the other person with dark vision, I suppose I should go the other way then.
It is lit in this area, very
Okay.
dimly, but
Is it lit?
It is, oh, it's fucking lit, dude. This dungeon is lit.
Is there a rave going on too?
Very quiet one. It's one of those what are you, those silent raves where everyone
the
wears
silent
headsets
raves.
and just dances like idiots.
All right, I was gonna say it's locked. Follow Felspar.
And we're not going to do like you don't have to move just 30 feet. You can move wherever you want here. We're not in combat, so.
Yeah. I'll get down to whatever's down here. Presumably another door.
There's no door there. Nope.
Okay.
Hallway turns. Looks
Another
like.
hallway. Goes
Oh, there
straight
we go.
down. There is another stairs going down. Not that far. Probably about 10 feet down. Leading to what looks like another dead end. Although there may be, it's hard to see from here, but there may
I'll
be a one way
Creep
either
down there. To,
north or south.
Until I
Yep.
hit an obstruction.
Turns out that south.
You know, we probably should wait an hour.
What?
We should
Why?
wait an hour so I can
Why?
create this ritually.
Create what? What?
Anyway, it looks like a dead end here.
Oh wow. Just dead end in a stone hallway.
Oh,
There's gotta
you're
be
a
s-
dwarf.
Yeah,
Roll me
dead-
perception with advantage.
Okay.
We got 2 dwarves there.
Yeah,
That's right.
Dead end in a stone hallway. There's got to be a
I
secret.
think
door.
two dwarves together should just see the secret
25.
door.
25, yeah. There is a secret door.
They're like, why didn't they
right
just
over
conceal this with bubble gum? I mean, come on, this was so obvious.
Well, yeah, sure is. Like, there's a door there.
Like, why would you just have a
You guys
hallway
are like,
that goes
what-
nowhere
where?
anyway?
Yeah.
They ran into some building fund issues, Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's down here, I assume, or
Yep, you see the S.
If only somebody could check for traps.
Yeah. None of you are that kind of
Oh.
rogue, because none of you are a rogue.
Nope.
No.
You got one rogue and he's been captured. And is apparently being moved to Dargard Keith. Keith.
Dargard Keith?
He's,
Is that
he's,
is that
he works there. He's the butler. it's Lord Soth's haunted keep. And the butler's name, Dargard Keith. His name was Keith before he got the job. Now they just
it's a
call him
nickname,
Dargard.
obviously.
Now they just call him Dargard Keith. Remind me of that when we need to when we need to get to Dargard Keep. Man, he might even be better than Bromenard. No offense, Bromenard and Chad, but you might want to change your name to Dargard Keith at some point. All right. What are you doing?
um,
we turn around and like, wait a minute, where's the rest of the
No.
party?
is the party
No.
coming? Just to be
Nobody
clear.
else. Yeah,
Stonemoss is yelling
still
something.
Stonemoss is
He's
still
yelling something
working.
about he needed an hour.
He'll catch up, I'm sure.
Ventelis is in the doorway like, are we going? Can you... Yeah.
I guess they're going.
Lead on, I guess. Primitive life forms.
Jesus Christ.
God.
This is
That-
wow.
And in my era, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, I see. You're playing that card again.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got
in your
his.
era.
We have Stonemoss with his MAGA hat on. Make Ansalon great again.
Say, was that the corny joke era or the lame joke era? I can't remember which.
All right.
Really big that one character behind, or
Oh, I'd lead on, I
That's
suppose.
Elliston. Yeah, Elliston will just wait there.
Oh,
They
sorry.
do have couches, he says. All right. So you're all lined up behind this door.
No,
you know
well,
what? I don't want to be there. So somebody else.
You
was
were on
already
top
there
of
anyway.
somebody anyway.
Well, I think somebody else moved themselves in, but whatever.
well, is the way to open this door obvious? I'll
And then
crack it
yeah,
open.
at the back of the line is Elliston and Stonemoss pushing each other ahead of the other.
Yeah. Yo, you first. No, you first. No, I insist you first.
I'll just wait on top of the stairs.
No, I want to be on top of the stairs.
Maybe I'll go around the corner.
Let's just go back in the room, guys. What do you say? Yeah, it was pretty good in the room. Pretty good. I was just mentioning. All right, Feldspar, you're standing up against a fake door.
Yeah, I'll crack it open if I can tell how.
Yeah, all you gotta do is put your hand to that door and your hand goes right through it. It's magical. It's not a real door.
Oh.
It's an illusion.
Even better.
It was bubble gum.
Yeah,
Follow
so your
me
foot gets stuck
and
in it and then you're trailing it on your shoe for the rest of
Step
the day.
through it.
Yep, so you step through and
Throw yourself in the darkness.
you see
So are these stairs down?
Looks like it.
yes. So
The other ones look
so
like
the
they're
stairs
up.
in front of you continue to go down again about 10 feet and then keep going. And then if you look to the east, they go up, each one 10 feet.
Burke, up, down? Thoughts?
I say go up.
Up it is.
Who doesn't love going up?
Hurry up, we'll lose the rest of them.
They'll never see because they can't
do
see.
it.
It still looks like a stone wall to them. Go down, I yell.
Also,
Go down.
there's Stomas and Elliston in front of the party.
Immediately eaten by a dragon.
Yeah.
Eat my dust. Take off running.
JB starts totally forgot Elliston was still there. We had a little comedy with Elliston last time too, I believe.
Elliston also forgot he was there.
I can't move whoever the Legolas clone is, so.
That's not Legolas. That's one of the other elves from that movie.
That's
Isn't
the guy from
that,
the other-
isn't
the
that
guy from
Legolas's
Mirkwood.
dad?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's Legolas's dad. Yeah.
I was gonna say, isn't that King?
You come up to a staircase facing south. It goes up about 10 feet again. And there are a set of curtains, thick curtains. They are what were probably like a deep maroon at one point, with gold embroidery. However, they are long since faded and a little moldy.
All right, I'll motion to the party behind to be quiet, and I'll try to tiptoe up and peek through.
All right. So you're peeking through the curtains. The curtains open onto a Let me open this up for you so you can see it. Not doing a very good job. There we go. The curtains open onto a large circular room. The huge crystal windows have been placed in the walls, allowing the most incredible sight ever. Through the eerie green light filtering into the room, large silver fish can be seen swimming on the other side of the crystal panels. Staring at the party, Staring at the party with they... Hold on. This doesn't make any sense the way this is written. It might be me, so let me take it a step back. Crystal panels staring at the party with they. No, this is so weirdly written.
Is it just a typo?
Yeah, it's a weird typo, though, from
Was
40 years ago
there.
that no one's going to
there.
fix at this point. So I'm just going to read it, and you guys make your own observations.
It isn't Ye Olde Woody, is it? Like that one
It's not the
module?
only one. That was so great. What was that from? That was
I don't remember it. But
so great. That was one of our Sunday night games, Ye Olde Woody.
Yeah, that was the Osric game, wasn't it?
Every
Playing old
word,
modules.
every word in that module ended in an E.
Yep.
It was,
it was awesome.
Goody.
all right, I'm gonna go for this again. Through the eerie green light filtering into the room, large silverfish can be seen swimming on the other side of the crystal panels, staring at the party with they, capital S, suddenly, they dash away into the darkness of the sea.
When they, I bet.
when they, yes.
Harold Johnson and Bruce Hurd clearly drunk while writing this module. And
Spell check didn't exist, you know.
That is true. That is true. They do this all
Yeah,
the
and
time.
you were allowed a couple of typos per page back then, so and still were considered a competent typist. So
We don't know that they typed it.
yeah,
They dictated it. And whoever typed it, like,
was
are
speech
you
to text.
sure that's what you want to write? Yes. Just put it down exactly like we say. Make sure there's a capital S on suddenly, but there's no period. It doesn't matter. Capital S on suddenly.
well, I would do that when I was in college. So I had a computer and a printer, and people would actually pay me money to type up their papers for them. They would give me their, handwritten paper,
That's
and I would type it
pretty
exactly as they had written it. And sometimes they got so mad, it's like, that's what you wrote. I mean,
Yeah, don't blame me.
I'm not.
for
If,
Not
if,
paying me
if
to
you
be an
want me to
editor.
rewrite
Yeah.
this, that's going to cost more.
All right, the box text continues. Let's hopefully a little bit more succinctly.
It's sober this time.
Yeah. In the center of the room, there is a large round table carved of pink marble with a tiny city built on it. At the center of the table is an ornate temple. On one side, written in common, are the following words. Have you gone inside? I don't. You can't see this from where you are.
Yeah, no, I want to see the tiny city.
Yes,
Yes.
If the
I
room
wanna see the
appears
tunnel.
empty,
No.
I'll wave people in to check it out. Yeah.
All right, who's going? Just put yourselves in the room if you're going in the room.
Boom.
I'll go in. Yeah.
Fireball erupts. You're all dead. Just kidding.
No,
Wait, who's on top
Well, at
of
least
me?
I got to see the tiny city first.
Oh. Did I cover somebody up? No.
No. That's it.
Um,
I really think we should stay here a while. I could use the time.
by the way, as soon as you see the city, you know exactly what it is, Michael,
Okay.
without even me reading the rest of this box text, which I will read. But this is the city of Istar.
Okay.
On the side, written in common, are the following words: "Welcome, O noble visitor, to our beautiful city. Welcome to the city beloved of the gods. Welcome, honored guests, to Istar." Do you remember what Istar was, Michael? That was otherwise it's a little anticlimactic.
Well, it's called the Blood Sea of Istar.
Yeah. Istar was the city, it was the biggest and best city in all of Ansalon back in your day. It was
Well,
where
that's what I was asking. Is it the city as it was, or
it's a
is
city as
Is
it
it
was. Yes.
So it's like a sunken version of the city, or
This you're just looking at a little miniature version of it.
it's a diorama type?
Yes.
A doll city. Okay.
And this is where the king priest lived.
Yep.
And called basically in his own hubris and the hubris of man, was calling in favors to the gods, and they said, "Well, fuck you, you can't tell us what to do," and decided to call the cataclysm down upon the world of Kryn, as gods do.
All right.
But yeah, this city to you, because you spent a lot of time there, is very well known to you.
Yep.
Weird that it would be here. I'd like you to roll me another intelligence.
All right. Intelligence. There it is. And it's a 12.
Is that what you're gonna go with, or can you?
I think I'll just stay with my 12.
Okay, with a 12, this does seem like it's vaguely familiar to you. You're not really a tourist necessarily because you were there quite a bit. It was like I think you were born in Istar, but then spent most of your time in Sylvanesty, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But they had something like this little miniature city, this diorama of a city, in one of the towers of the original city, the old city of Istar.
Okay.
How come this little red dot here says you are here?
I mean, this appears to be Istar. It's doesn't belong here, obviously. but I can't believe we're in a tower of high sorcery or anything like that. So
It's definitely not the
We're under
Tower of
the
High
water.
Sorcery.
So we're not in the tower.
You were
It
in
would
a
tell us
tower,
where the
but
food
not
court
a.
is.
Yeah.
Well, should we continue on?
I think we need to wait an hour.
Where?
You're breaking up, Kim Chan. What was that?
I said continue where? We're in a big round room.
Yeah,
must
we need to
go
definitely wait an hour. You guys can do whatever, but I really need to sit down and from memory, which I mean, I'm gonna have to do this ritually and recreate my star map.
I will explore while you're doing
Now?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need it.
Fine.
Now take another
I
look
have a
at those
feeling
lines.
it's going to
Stay here.
become very important very quickly.
I need my holy symbol back, so
Well, this is the same type of deal.
yep. I've lost my connection, you've lost yours.
What was your holy symbol, Chuck?
It would have been a coin of reorcs
Where would it have been? Pocket.
down my belt pouch.
Okay. Roll me a D100, 50-50, high or low. Your choice.
I'll take high.
9. That's the opposite of high.
Wow.
Yeah, no, you did lose it. Yeah.
We're all rolling low. Why would you roll?
Because I know my luck. I was screwed either way.
You were playing the odds? No. Never play the odds.
I will keep looking.
Just never tell me
sit
the
down.
odds.
No, I wasn't. No.
Before we leave this room, can I take another
Alright.
look out those windows with the fish in them?
Sure. You are underwater. Let's see if there's anything else that you see here. Yeah, it's hard to see anything else. I mean, you're definitely under the water. It is, it's weird because there's like this greenish light, coming from the bottom of the sea. That being said, there are, specks of, red, like this rust color red, in there as well. The water is fairly calm from where you're looking out. However, if you sort of move around the room a little bit and you're looking out sort of where Ventellus is, that window there on the northeastern side, you can see in the distance, some more movement within the water. Above you, so you might
Can
be.
we see the surface of the water?
No.
If we look out the window.
No, not even close.
Man, that's why Burke is out of here.
You see Stone Moss actually settled into the middle of the room. There's little motes of light dancing around him. He's holding out a chunk of bark, which is slowly tracing lines that kind of match the movements of those bits of light that are floating around him as he continues to chant an incantation.
The rest of you are thoroughly bored.
Yes.
Ventellus is playing with the model.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Like, this is great.
Burke is literally scouting ahead.
All right, where you going, dude?
Garel joins Burke.
Down this way.
Garel is with Burke.
Heading down those stairs.
Feldspar will catch up with them as well.
All right, basically, you come to a hallway that ends in a penis head.
Why?
I don't know. Ask whoever
They're
made this
horny?
map. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's pretty much
Is
it.
this a Rorschach thing?
You don't see it? It's crooked.
I don't seem to be on Roll20 anymore, so I'll have to take
You're
your
having a
word
lot
for
of
it right
computer
now.
problems today.
I am having a lot of computer problems. That doesn't make me happy.
What you see here, and there's more to it that I'll open up as you move in. The corridor abruptly stops on a narrow ledge overlooking a small underground lake. The rod's soft glow. See, it is a rod. I told you guys. It's a fucking penis.
All right, so it's a Freudian thing.
Softly glowing rod. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you guys making fun of me. I'm just looking at the map. The rod's soft glow was reflected by patches of nacre, N-A-C-R-E. Anybody can verify that that's nacre?
N like
N-A-C-R-E.
And I want to look at N-A-C-R-E.
N-A-C-R-E. I've heard the
Mother
word,
of
but I don't
pearl.
know exactly.
Oh, there
Mother
you go.
of pearl.
All right.
Why they just didn't say mother of pearl? Somebody got a thesaurus for Christmas.
They were obviously not paid by the word, so they were just trying to get this thing done. Where are we? The rod's soft glow is reflected by patches of nacre and the small waves of the water. Another ledge with an opening is located on the other side of the lake. A cable stretches from one ledge to the other. In between, a small boat has been hooked to the cable. And I'll reveal some more here from what you can see.
So it's like a ferry.
Pretty much. Except the boat's in the middle, which is not super helpful.
But we could pull it, right? We could pull
Yeah.
the boat over with the rope. Yes.
Sure, why not?
I mean, how high up's the ledge?
200 feet. That's right there. It's not that far.
I mean, Gorell, you probably could swim over to it.
Assuming there's no
I mean,
monsters.
he is just in his underwear.
You're gonna be faster that way.
Yeah,
Easier
better than in
swim
your
in
armor.
What's the temperature of the water?
Yeah, dip a toe in.
I stick my finger in the water or hand in the water to see how cold it is.
I mean, it's very cold. You're at the bottom of the sea.
It freezes inside.
And then I
It freezes, and then
no.
you go, ow, 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 and you shake it and you tap it on something and it shatters, and now you're one-handed.
Oh.
Now roll for left
That's
or right.
why we call it one-handed Gorell.
And that is why. It's weird that we started that, but now it makes sense.
Why don't you just shimmy out on the rope? Or the wire or
should.
whatever it
Shimmy.
is.
You should.
Yeah.
I'll do
Look at
it.
that. You go ahead and shimmy.
All right,
I'll
Burke will
get
shimmy.
All right, roll me an athletics or acrobatics as you shimmy across the rope.
Maybe I'm regretting this one. Hey, you only crit once.
There you go,
Oh.
29.
What are you, a tightrope
Expert
walking across that
shimmier.
thing?
He
Yeah.
is shimmying, not just walking. He's shimmying across that.
Burke
do
the
little
hero.
twirls and-
Yeah, you get
That's-
there. No, is anybody else down here, or is it just the two of them looking at this?
Oh, I was catching up.
Felspar and Grell are arguing who should shimmy.
Felspar.
They look out. There's
Like,
Burke.
that's not a well. Okay, that is a pretty good shimmy.
Apparently, it's
That's a
me and
damn
the
good shimmy.
NPCs up above, or
And Gary.
oh, and Gary, I guess. Yeah.
AKA.
No, I
Ventellus.
came down the thing. Where am I?
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
where you
so it's
are.
just me and the NPCs.
You're still
up above?
here, from what I can
Yeah.
see. You're still.
I
in
can't
there.
move his
Right.
token.
Yeah, no, I'm still playing with the model up here.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
You're still there. Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, Burke, you get into the boat. I would like Burke with advantage, Gorell normally, and where you're located, Feldspar with disadvantage to roll me a perception check. And Burke, you can place yourself inside that boat. It's this little black triangle thing.
Double 11s.
I managed to roll double 12s.
You better
Nice.
double something up, Kim Chan.
13s. That's got to be like
Wait,
some kind of
roll.
record.
13s. 11s, 12s, and 13s. Come on.
It's not popping up. Why isn't it popping up? Let's try it again.
Don't worry, like 5 of them will pop up in a second.
Yeah.
9.
9. Burke, you notice something in the water.
Oh shit! I grab the rope and start immediately trying to pull myself towards.
You can easily pull yourself toward the other dock there.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'll pull it.
You going across or you coming
back
back towards us?
to you.
I was hoping you just come
Just
by
making
himself.
sure.
Heading back with the boat. Something in the water. Burke saw it.
Like a shark or
Well,
Are you
start
referring to
scanning.
yourself as the third person now?
E?
He's going to continue to
Burke
do
saw
that
it.
until AI recognizes him as the hero of this adventure.
Stone Moss continues to chant. Stone Moss continues to chant. Stone Moss is chanting.
Stony is doing nothing like usual. That'd be Stone Moss. But yeah, I'll pull the boat back over and take a look in the water.
is there like a rubble or pebble or sitting around we can chuck into the water?
Oh, sure. Plenty of them.
Yeah, I'll chuck a rock into the water.
All right. Sploosh.
And
Sploosh.
Well, that's
And nothing. What do you want from a
Load up
rock in the water?
boat.
He didn't skip it. Otherwise, I'd
Load
have
up
him
in
roll
the
for
boat.
skip.
Let's go across.
go. So we're just gonna leave everybody behind.
Well, no, we just take a look down the other hallway
Okay.
and look, just to see what's there.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'll get in the boat with him.
right. Well, one of us should stay behind. I
All
say
right,
not because
that's
I'm
you.
afraid of boats.
No, because you
That's
did
fine.
so well on the other one.
You're looking
Go,
a little
I'll
bit
stay to
green
him as we-
already.
Pull ourselves across.
Yeah, the thought of a boat after going down in the whirlpool, that was what you've been
That-
worried about.
Did not help my
And it
phobia.
immediately happened. As
Like
soon
the
as
second
you got,
time I got on a boat.
As soon as you got onto it. The first one was okay. You still didn't like it. But second one, you're in there for one day and you go down a whirlpool.
Not even a full day.
It was almost a full day, but you're right. It wasn't quite. And around you was all just...
All right, we just look at one more door and we go back.
All right. Well, go for it.
Move up and I will listen. See if I hear anything on the other side.
Perception check.
Let me fix my perception here.
Can I help him, or can I listen as well?
Sure. Roll with advantage, Chuck. Or what's your percent? Do you have a? You want to roll
I would-
separately or do a help action?
No. Give him. I'll give him advantage.
Okay.
Go
All
ahead.
right. See if we can roll double threes again.
Hey.
You do hear. It's very faint, but you got a 28. The soft tap 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 of feet running toward the door you're standing at. Can't tell from what direction it's coming from, but you do hear
Getting close.
somebody wearing soft shoes running toward that door.
Someone's coming. Should we grab them?
Might as well. It's not like we can hide.
All right. When the door opens, we will grab.
We'll grab.
All
Can I
right.
switch spots with him so I can? So I'll grab.
Yeah,
Let the
I
big
will-
guy
I will-
grab.
I'll shimmy behind. They go under your legs. I've got them.
Good. Good.
He's ready with an
Glad to
under
hear
the
it.
crotch punch.
That's all your old characters.
As long
there,
as it's
Dan?
under.
Yeah,
It's
well,
fine.
we'll see how it goes, but you guys haven't practiced this in a long time.
It's all right. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah. This is like your version of the fastball special. All right, so the door opens. You see a red-robed wizard, middle-aged, hair thinning, brown hair, standing and looking in shock as he sees you there.
Grab him.
Roll me an athletics check.
I'm grabbing his legs.
From underneath Garel's legs. If you're doing that, then roll me.
20.
20.
You want something
30,
from me?
20.
I'd want something from you, and that's going to depend as if depending on what you roll, Garel needs to make an acrobatics check to stay up.
21.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, so, Garel, you grab him in a bear hug, and then sliding from under your legs, Burke grabs him by the ankles.
We got him, I think.
He's like, wait.
Who are you? Where are we?
I mean no harm. Please let me go. My name is Zebula.
Nope, convince me you mean no harm first.
He says his name's Zebula. Do you like warm hugs?
I mean, when? See, not like this. Not without agency.
He likes to be the big spoon.
I prefer if someone were going in for a hug that I don't know would say, "Do you mind if I give you a hug?" And I'd say,
I squeeze harder.
"Oh, see, this is not a
Listen,
hug.
No,
Warm
listen,
hug, warm hug.
Listen,
This is. I feel like
Where
we need to have a
are
discussion
we?
about good touch, bad touch."
where are we now? Where are we?
Well, you're under the Blood Sea of Istar.
Under the sea.
Yeah, this crab comes up.
Under Bloodsea.
Darling,
just
it's
his
better
accent.
down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Please stop that, Adam. I feel insulted.
Wait a minute.
Um,
Where's the dancing fish all of a sudden?
all the fish are dancing outside the windows around the round room. All right, we're under the sea. I'll lessen the hug a little bit, but I don't let him go yet.
Look. You were on a ship. Yes.
Yes.
That ship went into the whirlpool. Yes.
Yes.
Well, my people rescued you, and they rescued the crew too. However, they are not here, but they are, as far as I know, well, safe, or at least they were. However, for some reason, you were brought here, and well, you're safe. That's the good news. And we'll find, I'm sure we'll find a place for you. I mean, you have the room that you were supposedly secure in. And we'll figure out what to do, big picture, of course, now that you're here.
Uh-huh.
Where's our stuff?
Yeah.
Your stuff. Well, that was lost at sea.
What?
In order to get you here...
He lost his clothes at sea?
In order to get you here, well, they needed to remove you of heavy items that were dragging you down.
Girl just thinks about his vorpal sword.
He's just imagining throwing it at somebody.
And there goes another set of magic armor down the drain.
There's another set of
There's sentimental
God
music.
damn it, I just got that armor!
There's sentimental music playing as it's at sunset, and he's just throwing vorpal swords at enemies in slow motion.
Arrows clanking off my magic armor. A single tear rolls down his eye. Alright. He'll release the... Is he a wizard? We don't know.
He's definitely a wizard. He's wearing the red
Okay.
robes of a wizard.
Okay. So
Which would indicate that he is a wizard of neutrality.
Okay, so I'll release him and I'll look and I'll go, thank you for saving us.
Yes, well, it wasn't me specifically. In fact, truth be told, I wouldn't have brought you here. But anyway, I am glad you were safe. And like I said, we'll figure out how to make this new living arrangement work for all of us.
Wait, what do you mean living arrangement? We can't stay here.
But where are you going to go?
And I look at Burke, like,
Burke turns.
We were going to Palanthas.
Burke turns a bit pale and reaches for his back pouch to see if his bag is still there.
Roll me another D100. Sedge, while he's doing that, roll me a perception check.
Well, we'll go low.
You're going to get high now, you know that, right?
I got low.
I got a 19.
6, sorry. All right, so yeah, your pouch is there, and Feldspar, you see rippling under the water coming toward that dock that they are at, not you.
I'll call out to them and say, the shark's back.
I let go of the legs and head back towards the other way.
And as you say the shark's back and you head toward there, you see pop up from the water what looks like an elf maiden. She's beautiful, greenish hair. She's only basically the like clavicle up above the water, but she looks like she may be naked under there. And she says, turning to, sort of turning around to Feldspar. Definitely not a shark.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I've never seen a shark before.
What? Who are you talking to?
You see her. You see the back of her head. As she turns back to you, she smiles, and she looks over at Zebula around you, and she says, "They want to go home, Zeb."
And he needs a shirt. I put him back to Grell.
Yeah.
Those pecs are popping.
Yeah. And then Garel just does like a little jump on each of the pecs, just making him dance.
You got like a spare red robe.
Well, she's right there. We do want to go home. Well, not home exactly, but
We want to go back to land.
On the land, yes.
No. It's too dangerous, Zebula says.
I need to get back to land.
important
we have
events
people-
are afoot there.
Yes, we have people that are counting on us.
My daughter's life's in danger.
And
That's
with
all I've got left.
roll me a perception check when you say that, Chuck. The rest of you can too, if you want. Well, those of you who are there anyway. The
I
rest.
was say, did we really perceive anything over?
You guys are perceiving none of this.
Like, I am so busy making this map, and I
Being
don't even know
annoyed,
what
girl.
my companions are doing.
Girl's got 7
All right.
perception.
Burke
15.
15.
And I got an 18.
18. Burke and Feld, the dwarves are much more in tune.
Perception's one of my highest rolls, all right?
Much more in
Well, I'm
tune.
still talking to the wizard. I'm still like looking at.
I probably should have rolled insight, but I already said perception, so we'll keep those rolls. Yeah, they can read the human much better than the human can. You notice that something about that connects with him. And he says, sort of shakes it off and says, "From what I understand, there is war up there. Is that true?"
Yes.
Oh,
War
yeah.
has claimed my wife and my son.
Pretty much the entire land. Everything.
And then he becomes more resolute and says, even more so, we shouldn't get involved. Apolletta, we should not have gotten involved. And he's saying this to the sea elf.
We just need whatever the opposite of a boat is to take us back.
The opposite.
I mean,
of
maybe
the-
we flip over this boat, we let the air, and we just breathe air as we rise to the top.
That'll work.
Corell likes this plan.
I like that plan. Float to the top. Gorell will look at the wizard and he goes, "Listen, you got involved just by bringing us here.
I
Again,
didn't.
Thank you for saving us. I do thank you for that.
Well, thank
But
her.
now you're in it."
And he gestures over to Apolletta.
And then the Gorell will turn to her and say, "Thank you for saving us. But now you're in it because we have to go."
And he sighs and he says, "Look, I can't help you." And Apolletta at that point says, You could. How many of you are there?"
How many
I love that right now is playing sort of like a Caribbean-esque music, as if the crab is not quite done with his song.
You can hear it from the other room.
Dun, 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 dun. Under Blood Sea.
This is 7 of us, not
And
including the crew.
the crew, and this is Apolletta saying, "I didn't bring them here, except for the one with the gem.
8 of us.
Yeah, does that make any sense to you? The
No.
whole gem in the chest thing?
No, but it was
Just thought I'd ask.
interesting, and so were you. The rest of the crew, I saved. Well, we saved. There are more of us, indicating sea elves nearby, and but we left them on a raft in the sea. I brought you here because, well, you're marked." And Zebula says, they don't need to hear about any of that. And she says, no. I think it's important that they understand. I can see things. Well, maybe seeing is not the right word for it. I can tell things. And you are marked.
By what? Or whom?
Now that I don't know.
And how?
I don't know. But I know that you are destined to do good in this world. That
That's
I
what
can
we
see.
aim to do.
Except for that weird druid. I just saved him because he had a cool shirt and all stars on it.
That's why we teamed up with him, because of his shirt.
Yeah. He looks like he got it from the,
I mean, if
the
you
gift
want to
store
stay-
of a what do they call those
Planetarium.
planetarium? He got a
I mean, if he
planetarium gift
wants to
store.
stay here, he won't take up much room. He'll just meld in with stone.
Yes.
True. You can
What?
stay.
Wait, what?
He
Long
won't take
story.
up any space. I mean, really, he'll go to bed at night in stone.
I understand each individual word that you're saying. However, when you put them together, it makes no sense to me at all.
It doesn't
He
mean
rarely-
either, but
But I think he's got a stake in this too, so.
Yes, there is something odd about him. He's an old soul. Zebula then
Okay.
walks toward her, past Gorell, if you'll let him.
Yeah. Sure.
And he sort of crouches down at the edge of the dock there, so he's closer to her, and he says, "My love, we have lived here together safely for some time. Why risk it all now for them?" And she looks, she has sort of like a little glint in her eye when she says this. And she looks at the three of you and she says, "Convince my husband. Why should I let you go back, risking our safety, when we could just stay here and under the sea? Under the sea.
Down where it's wetter.
Take it from me."
Gorell, grab him again.
And do the dance number.
This is Apolletta talking.
Gorell will move closer to them and drop to a knee, so he's kind of like eye level with everybody. Say,
You're
"Listen,
still taller.
I'm
But
still,
okay.
oh yeah, I still have to look down."
Yeah.
It's like me talking to the first graders.
You're talking to most people. You're a pretty tall dude. I have to look up to talk to you. So.
Gorell will look at them and go, "Listen, you said it yourself. We are destined to do good in this world. We can't do it from down here. There's a lot of good, well, and bad that we need to do up there to set things right. My sister is up there and she's lost. She's fighting for the wrong side. If I can, I still hold hope that I can convince her to change and fight for good again. And I can't do that from down here. I can't save my niece from down here. I can't find my father from down here. We have to go. I have to go."
Anybody else want to add anything to that as an advantage to Kim Chan's persuasion roll?
I've already buried my wife and my son. Don't make me bury my daughter under sorrow and grief, unsure of her fate.
Feldspar.
I pull up 4 wooden dolls.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
That's
yes.
good.
We were once a complete family. Now we are broken.
He takes the dude dead relatives and throws them into the sea.
Don't let Stonemoss see up carrying bark.
But this isn't stand in books or anything.
That's true.
I just in a pinch, she might be like, "That's a spell component."
Yeah. Well,
Feldspar will say, "My home may be destroyed, but we get out there, maybe some people can go back to theirs still."
All right, Kim Chan, roll 3 d20s and take the highest.
Nice. I'll do that.
Perception. Not perception. Persuasion. I fuck those two up all the time. It's like a weird dyslexia for me.
It's like, wow, we're really going hard at perception. Are we being...
Are they gonna let me go? Oh, I can't tell. I can't tell.
15 and add 1, 16.
16. Okay. You see Apolletta sort of wipe a tear from her eye. But it also just could be the water. She's underwater.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
And Zebula looks at her and she nods to him. Then he looks at you guys and says, I was once from your world. I left it a long time ago, and truth be told, I don't miss it. I don't want to go back. I don't want the problems that transpire. I certainly don't want them to reach down here in this refuge that I've built.
Then you don't have to go. I'm not asking you to go. I'm asking you to let us go back.
Yes.
Nobody, our other companions don't even know about you. We will not tell about you.
Oh, so just the three of you will leave the others here. Great. Perfect. Yeah, done. Boom.
No, I'm saying they don't even know about you. We all go. They could go and not even know about you.
No, it's okay. My darling Epiletta is right. It would be unfair to keep you here, even though, frankly, it would keep you safe.
For now.
They won't save.
Don't be so
us
sure.
being safe won't
They're not-
save anybody else.
They're going to take over the world, and eventually that's going to reach everywhere, even down here.
Yes, maybe. Maybe. Very well. Let's get the others. And I can perform a spell. It will take up a lot of my strength to do it. But I can bring you back to the worlds above if that is truly what you wish. And then he looks at Epiletta and says, but it means we are no longer forget it. I suppose at some point we would need to choose a side. You're right. And I guess today is that day.
Thank you for your compassion. And for taking Stonemoss.
Keeping him here, safe below
Honestly,
the sea.
Stone Moss would probably be thrilled to stay.
Yeah, he'd be very curious to see what else is
people
down
who
here.
are more on his level right now.
Yeah.
What about Urgrin? Can we leave him?
Fuck no.
There's not enough tobacco down here.
Hey,
Bromenard in chat says, OMG, Chuck's Oscar nom clip had me in tears. Okay. I thought Kemchan and Sedge also had very good.
We helped.
Yeah, that's why I gave a 3. Yeah, JB Starnes 12 says Urgrin and Stonemoss trapped at the bottom of the sea forever. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. We got
That's the spin-off sequel.
yeah.
Somehow Urgrin still has one last smoke in his mouth.
Yeah. It's a little wet. He's drying it off. You got paper towels down here. So anyway, so he comes back with you across the that little underground lake on the boat. Heads back to, and we'll just move to this. We don't need the map anymore.
Do you think it's been an hour yet, or?
Sure, it's an hour. This way you can fuck him up if you want. But he was trying to help us. Oh, too late, he's dead.
If it's been that long, I'll lead the others to this way, I guess.
Well, anyway, they'll
Elliston
come
I
to
can
they'll
lead.
come
I
to
can't
you
lead
before
anybody
the
else.
they'll come to you before the hour is up. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Because that was not an hour-long conversation.
Okay. That's what I asked.
Yeah, but anyway, so but they will give you time to finish, and they'll make introductions, so you know who's who. Well, you don't see Apoletta because she's not coming with him. Just Zebula.
So you say you've been here a very long time.
Yes.
Would you be familiar with a white robe named of Aramis?
Oh, no, I have not been here since the Cataclysm.
Oh. Perhaps his spell
Wait a
of
minute.
Aramis's Breath of Mercy? Have you heard of that, perhaps?
Well, there's books about it here, but are you telling me that you are from before the Cataclysm?
Yes, Aramis was my friend.
Aramis the White.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you know, but he was the leader of the Council of the Mages.
No, I must have been after I went to sleep.
Interesting.
We had a plan.
You slept through the Cataclysm. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, we had a plan to defeat Sylviana, my betrothed. But
Yes.
Unfortunately, something went awry, and I woke up now.
Well, I would argue that now is, well, as close to the Cataclysm as we've come in the last 300 years. And I'm sure the world can still use your help.
Yes, perhaps. But you were not from that era. What you would know of what happened to Aramis?
You're still working on some of your druid bullshit, right? So you've got a little more time to spare. Give me a moment. Let me go check my library, because I believe I do have something that might be helpful to you.
Excellent. I say as I'm kind of wrapping things up, but
Yeah. And he bows and scurries out, unless anybody stops him.
while you guys are doing stuff, I continue my mending abilities on my clothing and make them much more nicer and presentable.
Oh, and
This is what you're
Grell-
doing.
It's important.
Well, I
Grell,
finished my star map, so
Grell calls out after the red robe. And he's
Zebula?
like, and we need our stuff.
I told you I don't have it. However,
Ah!
however, there may be things I could provide for you. Let me check.
We still need that shirt for his pecs.
And he starts bouncing them up and down again.
He's doing a peck dance again.
This thing.
If you got any hand axes laying around,
Well, that'll only hurt the pecs. That won't enhance them. We're here to enhance the pecs.
oh,
Enhance the pecs is the name of my autobiography. Thank you, Michael. All right. Right, there we go. Okay, so he comes back with a book for Stone Moss. It's actually two books. One you can't read, but it is clearly a spell book. It is bound in white leather. But because you don't speak the words of magic, you don't know what it says. That being said, you do notice what would effectively be like the initials of Aramis in like the bottom corner.
Oh, I recognize this. Yes, of course. Many's the time I've seen this book.
And then he hands you another volume, which is about the histories of the Towers of High Sorcery and the Conclave of Wizards, white, red, and black robed. And so good, neutral, and evil. And he says, there's more to Aramis's story here that I think you would like to read about. And he hands you those books. To the others, to Burke, he hands a staff. And he says, this is called a staff of striking and curing. And effectively, it makes it a staff of striking, which is a +3, basically a +3 quarterstaff. But also can cast Cure Wounds by using 5 charges. And there are 50 total charges. And it will recharge itself at a rate of 5 charges per day when in sunlight. Up to that 50.
Okay.
To let's see. Ventellus, you're a warlock.
They tell me.
What kind of weapons can you use?
You know, warlock stuff.
Do you create your own? Are you a hexblade or are you not?
I'm not a hexblade, no.
So you could use like a sword.
Yeah. Sword.
You are given a sword called Mantooth.
Okay.
And it looks like
The sword of dentistry.
yeah. The hilt looks like a tooth. I'm making this up right now, but it's funny. The hilt looks like a tooth, and then like the sword part is like the two like the roots of the tooth. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right. It's a giant tooth.
It's a giant
Yeah.
tooth.
Okay.
Handle.
There are other names to it which you might want to use. Spell Cleaver, Dark Star, and Mage Fool. You can choose which one. I would suggest Mantooth. Because it's so stupid. It is normally a +1 sword. But versus magic wielders and enhanced creatures, it acts as a +2 weapon. It may sever magical barriers. So like if there's like a wall of force or something like that, there would be a % chance based on what it is, or like like an arcane lock or something like that. You could use it against, where you need to roll. And you could also use it to turn a spell back at the wielder.
Oh, that's fun.
But again, it would be a percentage based on the level of that spell.
Sure. But just, swing and bat it back at them.
Exactly.
With-
You're
with the
basically
magic.
batting it
Yeah,
back
that's
at
great.
the wizard, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what she gives to you.
I feel horrible. I don't have anything for you. Sorry.
Stone Moss, you also get I didn't give you anything yet besides those books, but you also get a Ring of Protection +2.
Alrighty.
Then we have Garel. You get a long sword called the Redeemer.
Oh.
Normally a +2 sword, but it inflicts double damage to dragons and draconians, and triple damage to black and sea dragons.
Oof. All right,
Obviously,
wait, one more time.
sure, it is a
I'm writing it down this time.
+2 sword, but it inflicts double damage to dragons and draconians, and triple damage to black and sea dragons.
And how about this? With that ring, it's actually tucked inside of that spell book. As I'm just randomly leafing through it, all of a sudden, this ring magically, apparently, slides out into my hand.
Sure, yeah. Because it's Aramis's
Which I also
ring.
recognize as,
Aramis's ring, yeah.
Aramis's ring. So,
and for Feldspar, hands you a short bow. Which is normally +2. But similar to the Redeemer, it inflicts double damage to dragons and draconians, and triple damage to blue dragons specifically.
Gladly accept that.
And the NPCs get 2 things: Jack and shit.
Oh,
And
nice.
Jack for
left
left
hand.
hand.
don't you have any like mundane weapons or something
Well,
you can give them? A
I mean,
sheet they can share?
Sure, yeah, they can get like a mundane mace each.
And a pack of smokes for Urgrin.
Yeah,
And a dry pack of smokes for her.
yeah, but they're Newports. That's the only problem.
Ah,
I mean, he's desperate right now.
right. It'll do.
And then he, once everything is settled and you guys are ready to go, he'll bring you back to that room 9. Tells you to get comfortable. You hear the spidery words of magic, and you all fall asleep.
Not again.
Burke, before he falls asleep, says thank you. Burke is a hero.
And then Stonemoss says, sleep, 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 sleep,
Perchance to
Sleep.
dream.
sleep.
And with that, we cut to the High Clerist's tower. Jadek is playing and losing a game of cards to Sir Tasselhoff Burfoot. It is probably the 50th time you've lost to him. You know somehow he's cheating, but you have not been able to figure out how.
He's absolutely cheating. There's no way.
Every time he loses, Flint laughs. Because he's figured it out long ago. But you have not been able to figure it out. In the corner is a Thea Green Mist. Playing and just sort of practicing, but playing a little song on the lute. And it's just a beautiful tune. And one that, when finally finished, will probably top the Billboard top 20. You feel like. Promenade says you could have gotten a sword called Man Parts. I guess that's true. Yeah, a big dick sword to swing around. No joke needed for that one. Insert, small penis energy here. And there's a knock on the door. And it is Gunther Uthwistan, who is in charge of the Knights of Solamnia. And he's got his, sort of graying, but, long reddish hair, long red mustache with some gray in there as well. It's been a few weeks since you held the tower, the High Clerist's tower, against the Blue Lady's attack, since Curlathon fell and was taken. And he opens the door after knocking and says, sorry to interrupt your off hours, but I know it's late. But there's a couple of people I'd like you to talk to. Come outside, I'm, by the oath and the measure, I'm not allowed to come in. You're muted if you're talking, Kemchan.
What?
No. Nope, there you go.
Okay. But Jadek will look at him, look at the cards in his hand, put the cards down, and go, all right. And they'll just point at Burfoot, like, I know you're cheating.
And as soon as you turn around, he swipes one of your cards and puts another one down in its place. And says, I'm not cheating, you're just a sore loser. Well, let's go see who it is that has come to visit us. I forgot totally about Fog Song.
Fog Song?
Fog Song, you're studying your spell books during all of this, quietly in the corner. Do you and Athea head out?
Yeah, Thea goes out as well.
An owl settles on my shoulder as I do so.
Okay. You walk out into the courtyard, where there are... it's late, but you're seeing the newer recruits to the Knights settling down for bed, or what they should be, but they're all sort of standing and sort of looking out, to one of the portcullises, which exit out onto the valley, because you guys are, as you remember, sort of right outside of the mountains, toward Palanthus. And you head out, following Gunther, and you see two figures, a human male and an elf female. The human male, good-looking enough guy, ginger hair, but the elf female, with her silver hair shining in the light of Solinari, dressed in the dress of the Kaganesti or wild elves, and the man dressed in the still in the dress of the ice folk. Jadek, well, is probably the only one who knows who these guys are. Yeah, Jadek would recognize them as Sir Earl and Silvara.
Right.
And Gunther brings you over and says, good news. We have information that will be very important to our victory. And Silvara steps forward, and Sir Earl nods silently because I did not give Michael this information beforehand. Although I should have let him do it. But Silvara says, we have... And she looks at Sir Earl.
Who lifts up his two knuckle dusters and kind of cracks his fingers a little bit.
Yeah, then it goes smash. You go the two fingers up in the air. My beloved and I have discovered that the armies of Takesis are consolidating their forces in Naraka. Something is happening there. We don't know what, but if we could interrupt it, to stop it, well, then maybe we could finally turn the tides of this war. And Gunther says, yes, yes. And that brings me to you. I certainly have appreciated not only you defending this tower, men and women of faith, but I would ask of you one more favor. A favor on behalf of Kryn itself.
The blue guy steps forward and says, count me in.
Nobody notices.
Nobody sees it.
Because only Fog Song sees it.
And a few select others have noticed him.
And he says, tomorrow, if you'll agree, and I won't presume one way or the other, I would like you to accompany me to Kalaman. And from there, we will meet with what is the new Whitestone Council. I know that I've asked a lot of you over the months and weeks that have followed. You have helped not only save Palanthus, keep the High Clerus Tower standing, but also helped in just training these new recruits. And I appreciate everything that you've done. But I feel like now, with your help, we can finally defeat the forces of evil. What say you?
Well, if there is a way forward, of course we must take it.
Yeah, Jadek will look at the others and go, we're in.
Althea?
Yeah, why not?
And then Flint takes out his axe and says, let's do it. And with that, you see, I don't remember how many of you are, but exactly how many of you are dragons fly down from the skies. There's silver, bronze, gold, brass, land. I should have said gold last, but I forgot about brass. Land in the courtyard. They already have their saddles, human saddles, strapped to their backs. Gunther nods at you and says, "If we leave now, we'll be at Kalaman in morning. And after that, we turn the tide of this war. Huzzah!"
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
And with that, we end tonight's session and end Dragons of Faith. We
And
will
all
be...
I could think of, though, when you said "let's do it" was Tone Loc, so that's what was playing in the background.
Anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with us for D&D Fridays for Atomic Peanut Butter presents Dragonlance : Dragons of Faith, conclusion, all in one part, because I skipped a lot of stuff in that module. Next time, we will begin Dragons of Truth. We have 2 modules left. We are in the end game, and my goal is to finish this before Kemchan moves to a location that is not helpful for him to play the game. So, some of this may be streamlined. We'll see. But we will still give the full story of the heroes of the Lance. You know, give or take.
More or less.
So anyway, guys, we will not be here tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Of course, we're not going to be here tomorrow because
No, not tomorrow.
What? Well, I was.
we can play something else, Chuck. No, I'm free. If anybody wants to play something, yeah, we'll get together. We're not going to stream it. We'll just have some fun. But anyway, we will not be back next week or the following. Next week is Valentine's Day. We all got to get some. And then the following week is I've got to go see my wife in a play. So, unfortunately, I don't have a choice in that matter. Don't tell her that. I'm looking at you, Chris Andrew.
Everybody likes
Anyway.
a snitch.
Oh, that's right.
You know what they say, snitches get stitches.
Exactly. But we will hopefully be back the week after that with Dragons of Truth. So, for Gaz, Chuck, Michael, Sedgwick, and Kemchan, I am Adam saying goodnight. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Kind. Not hard to do. You would think it would be, but it's not hard to do.
Sometimes it's kind of hard.
It depends on who it
Sometimes
is.
it is
That's
a
true.
challenge.
That is true. Generally speaking, be kind. Unless the person's a dick. Then just have at it. I am Adam saying goodnight.
I know.
Burke is a
we will
hero.
see you next time
Burke
on
Stonewall says bye.
on Dragonlance. Bye-bye. Good night, guys.